Welcome to the Science Wrap. Here are the highlights. The South African Health Department has chosen 11 hospitals across the country to deal with Ebola. A student from KwaZulu-Natal has been shortlisted for a trip to Mars. Health experts call for equality access to health for everyone. And finally, endangered sea turtles are recovering at Cape Town's aquarium. The South African Health Department says 11 hospitals in total have been selected across the country to quarantine and treat Ebola patients should the need arise. According to the department, the criteria used mainly focused on teaching hospitals in the country. These are also known as academic hospitals. Tertiary hospitals are allied to a medical school and provide medical students and healthcare workers with training and supervised practical experience. And Newlink Genetics Corp says the US Food and Drug Administration allowed the company to start testing an experimental Ebola vaccine in humans. The race to develop new drugs and vaccines for Ebola has been spurred by a World Health Organization ruling that it is ethical to use experimental products in the current epidemic, given the high death toll. Newlink's vaccine, which has shown success in animals, was developed by a Canadian government scientist and licensed to the company. Deputy Chairperson of the South African Human Rights Commission, Pregs Govender, says more needs to be done to ensure access to health for the poor. Govender says lack of access to health for the poor further deepens inequality in the country. She was part of the panelists discussing the state of health in South Africa. The discussion was focused on the impact of social determinants of health, such as water, education, transport, gender, and education on the health sector. A trip that is literally out of this world, a one-way ticket to Mars. A trip that a University of KwaZulu-Natal student didn't think twice when he was shortlisted for. Devashan Governor is studying towards a BSc in Applied Mathematics and Physics. He's one of over 700 people globally shortlisted as a possible candidate to live on Mars. It's called the Mars One Project. This NGO plans to establish a human settlement on the fourth planet from the Sun by 2025. And finally, Cape Town's Oceans Aquarium says it's baffled by the washing up of sea turtles away from their natural habitat along the western coast. 2 critically endangered turtles are being rehabilitated in the aquarium. The first, called Otto, washed up at Azefontein 3 months ago, and the second in Melkbosstrand just 2 weeks ago. The turtles are normally found in warm tropical waters. Spokesperson from the aquarium says Otto is making a great recovery and has gained weight. That's all for this week's wrap. Join us again next week.